You're listening to Spring River Chronicle. Audio on the go.
First National Banking Company. Get checking that pays with Super Plus Checking at FNBC.
Griffin Park hosts David Allan Coe concert by Lauren Siebert. The Griffin family hosted a David Allan Coe concert in Griffin Park on September 10th, with several other bands playing throughout the day, starting at 1 p.m. and culminating in an appearance by David Allan Coe and his band, including his son, Tyler Mahan Coe. There wasn't much time to get the park ready, so employees, friends, and family all chipped in to get the grounds of Griffin Park ready in time for the event. I would like to give credit to my family, Virgil, Scott, Russ, and Alan, who are just as big a part in making this happen as I, Greg Griffin said. We had planned the event almost a month ago, but it took a lot of effort from a lot of people to make the event a success, Griffin said. I wanted to thank WBA Audio for the outstanding job they did with the sound equipment. The way sound ricocheted off the cliffs and amplified the sound was great. It gave the sound a unique element that only adds to the music. There is no bad seat in the park. You can hear just as well from the bluffs as you can if you're right in front of the stage, Griffin said. Several bands performed the day of the event, including the Tuning SOBs, who opened and got things started, followed by the Jerry Don O'Neill Band and Irish Red. Before David Allan Coe took the stage at 9 p.m., we were able to talk with him and ask some questions. Here are those questions along with David's answers. Spring River Chronicle. Thinking back to when you were younger, what made you want to do this? Did you have any other dreams besides playing music? David. I was in prison for 22 years, so I was doing music when I was in prison. And when I got out of prison and was on parole, I was able to pursue my musical career. Chronicle. As an extremely accomplished songwriter yourself, who do you admire? David. I admire a lot of songwriters, living and dead. Mickey Newbury was one of my favorite songwriters. Willie Nelson is a favorite songwriter of mine. Also, Jackson Browne, Dolly Parton. I like Toby Keith, Kid Rock, Uncle Kracker, a lot of people. Bruce Springsteen, John Prine. The Chronicle. How do you feel about being back here in the Ozarks? David. Well, my band all live in Springfield, Missouri. I've lived in Eldon, Missouri, and also Mountain Home, Arkansas, for many years. So I've been a part of the Ozarks almost all my life. The Chronicle. What made you switch from doing heavier music back into country? David. Well, Rebel Meets Rebel was done just a few years ago, right before Dimeback Darrell got murdered. I'd already been very well established in country music, and at the time we did that, I just did a movie with Toby Keith called Beer for My Horses, and that thing with Pantera. So I don't limit myself to any one kind of music. The Chronicle. Out of all the songs you've written, is there one specific song that is just your pride and joy? David. Well, I think there's several songs like that. Take This Job and Shove It, Would You Lay With Me in a Field of Stone, Maria is a Mystery, If That Ain't Country, I'll Kiss Your Ass. There's a lot of songs I'm proud of. We're also able to talk with David's oldest son, Tyler Mahan Coe, a musician in his own right and currently playing in the band. The Chronicle. How long have you been playing music? Tyler. I started when I was 15, close to 16, and I'm 26 now, almost 27, so close to 11 years. This is my passion. I dropped out of high school to do this, and I knew what I was going to do. Chronicle. Is there anything specific you'd like to do with your career in the future? Tyler. I would like to keep going. I wouldn't mind scoring films, writing the music for movies. Not just that, I'd like to make albums still, but I think it would be nice to write for movies as well as for myself. The Chronicle. When your dad retires, if ever, would you like to pick up where he left off and just take that and run with it? Tyler. I think that would be too easy. I don't think I'd want to do things that way. When my dad started making music, there weren't very many kinds of music, so there's so much more he hasn't heard, and there's no way I'm going to be able to keep that from coming out. I hear music that doesn't even exist yet, and I want to make it exist. Basically, I am thankful for that. At the end of the interview, when Tyler was asked if there was anything he wanted to say to encourage someone, he replied with a rather startling and straightforward answer. I think, personally, the person who will be successful won't even need a push, Tyler said. They will have to do it or they'll go crazy, and that's the kind of person I want to hear.
Thanks for listening to Spring River Chronicle, audio on the go. Be sure to subscribe to the paper and check us out online at myspringriver.com.